Good morning. It is July 22nd, Saturday. So today is going to be a tedious day. The removals people are coming in 3 days. We have to itemise everything and value everything. That is going to be a long process. I don't have to list every single item, but like I have to say, well, you know, I've got 10 skirts and 20 t-shirts or whatever, and then put a total value on them. And then if anything is kind of expensive, I have to list that separately. Oh, it's just annoying. Anyway, first things first, I'm gonna make myself look halfway human. Okay, I've had breakfast and lighting, and I've had a word with myself. Positivity pants on. We are going to do this. What I'm going to do is separate out all of my clothes in terms of items. So all of the dresses will go in one pile, all of the skirts will go in the other pile, t-shirts, etc. Then I will go through, count each item, write it down, and give a rough estimate or value. I will list separately anything that's kind of on the expensive side, and I'll just fly through it. That's the way I'll do it. I'll fly through clothes, then I'll do books, shoes, bags. So yeah, I'm just gonna shut up, get it done. Here we go. Just to give you a quick idea, I've got shorts, skirts, cardigans and shrug type things, dresses, which I have an inordinate amount of, considering I don't really wear dresses all that often. Jackets, I also have some jackets and coats left in here. These are just ones that were on the floor. Some suits, jumpers, trousers. Over here we've got underwear and socks and things, workout gear, tank tops, vest tops, things like that, hoodies, shirts and blouses. And I think this pile is like t-shirts and stuff. That's pretty much it. That's my gown from Law. I've got loads of stuff in the laundry, so this pile will get considerably bigger. So right now the plan is to go through each category, each pile, and write down how many I have. I've got a notebook, so I'm gonna jot down each category, tot up what I have, and then I will add in, like as I'm doing laundry, I will add in the extra bits. Counting, valuing, itemizing, listing. Let's go. And I'm finished. Well, just the stuff on the bed anyway. And now for round two. Okay, so I finished going through my clothes. Took me just a little over an hour. I haven't touched anything that's in the laundry, but I totted everything up, and it comes to almost $9,000. I did it in dollars because you have to do it in the currency of your destination. And like I said, that's not including the stuff that's in the laundry, which is easily going to add, I don't know, another few hundred onto it. Yeah. So like I have a few expensive items, but then even the small things like trousers and stuff, jeans, they all add up. I'm kind of astonished, so horrified, to be honest. Oh, this is turning into a horrifying experience. These are next, and then bags. Okay, I've done shoes and bags. Shoes, not too bad. I was conservative with my estimate for shoes, so it came to almost $1,300 for 36 pairs of shoes. Bags, almost $3,000. So in total, I'm looking at about, just for clothes, bags and shoes, I'm looking at a valuation of about $13,000. That's kind of mad. But I think that's the worst over me now. She hopes. I'm going to go into the office now and go through books and stationery. Okay, I've just come into the office and I've hit a bit of a roadblock already because stuff that's in here and in the filing cabinet down here contains important papers. Stuff that I really can't afford to lose. It's like all of my tax documents, birth certs, marriage cert, things like that. I can't bring all of them with me in my carry-on. I'm going to have to ship them. But if they're lost, like my tax, like all of my receipts and stuff for tax purposes, if I lost that, I could be in trouble with the tax man. You know, if I was audited or something, I'd be in trouble. Some of them are irreplaceable. I really don't know what to do now. I'm going to go through the stuff and remove, I think, birth certs and marriage certs, kind of some ID things, passports obviously, and keep those in a little plastic folder, and we would bring those with us when we're traveling. Okay, let me just focus on like books and planners and awkward stuff first, I guess. In news that will come as a surprise to nobody, my planner collection is worth more than my shoe collection. Even my book collection is worth about the same as my shoe collection. I have the same problem with these that I did when I mentioned about papers, in that some of these books like are very sentimental to me and I would not want to lose them. But I can't bring all of this stuff in my carry-on. So I just have to really, really, really hope that all of my stuff makes it to America safely. Because if it doesn't, that would be horrible. Anyway, I'm going to go through my notebooks now and little bits of stationery, pens and things, and then I will tackle my papers. It's a disheartening process, to be honest. I'm looking at all this stuff and just thinking, if I lost it, I'd be devastated. I mean, I know it's not a huge possibility or anything, it's not likely, but at the same time, it is a possibility. That would be shit. Okay, so I went through notebooks and then I went through like random miscellaneous stuff, so pens, like chargers and SD cards, kind of decorative items, some tech things like hard drives, etc. And I think now I'm done. For now. I really have a pain in my face now with all this stuff. It hasn't been a pleasant experience. I have been doing it now for about 2.5 hours. I think right now what I'm going to do is just put a total figure on all the rest of the stuff. Can you tell I'm fed up? I'm really fed up. It's a very stressful experience. The removals people are coming in 3 days, but tomorrow I'll have a little bit, like I'll have about half a day, but then I have to go collect my daughter. And then I'll have like dinner with my parents and stuff, so that will be half the day gone. Then on Monday, it's my husband's birthday. And then Tuesday, the removals people are here. And I also have like work to do. Like I have a blog post due on Monday. I have to actually go shop for a present for my husband. I have so many things to do. Freaking out just a little bit. But right now I just need to step away, clear my head, see how I feel. Okay, about an hour has passed. I've had a word with myself. And I've had a word with my husband, and he has kind of talked some sense into me, and I've talked some sense into myself. I still think it's a hateful process, but I'm basically just going to... I'm taking another break to get some food because I'm hungry, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm a practical person, so what I'm going to do is pick my outfits for the next 2 to 3 weeks, things that I'm not going to be packing basically, I'm going to separate out some of my good jewellery, things like that. And that's basically going to be me done. I'm just going to list expensive things and then just lump everything else into a miscellaneous category. I'll pop back in later with a bit of an update on my thoughts about the process, though I think you already know those. But just to give you a bit of an update on, just to kind of wrap things up, basically wrap this video up. So I'll speak to you when I'm a little less hangry. So I have had some food. I am going to pick out my outfits for the next 2 weeks or so. The outfits that I am going to be packing in my suitcase, basically. So these are going to have to get me through the next, I don't know, 4 weeks. So I'll pick out about 2 weeks worth of clothes and then I'll just rotate them. And that's something practical that I can do, and then I will be able to see visual progress. That's going to make me feel better. And today I just feel like I've hit a wall. I feel like for the past few weeks I haven't had any proper downtime. Normally I would take some time off on the weekends, but the past few weekends we have been like just arse deep in packing and decluttering and just general house stuff. And I think that's kind of contributing to my mood as well. And I don't know when I will get another break, because next weekend we'll be packing for our flight. I'll also be like trying to meet up with people, spend time with my family, my friends, and just generally tying up a lot of loose ends. And then obviously we'll have the flight, and then once we arrive there we'll just have a huge amount of work to do, setting up the new house, unpacking, just generally getting ourselves settled. Let's just go, yeah. So basically what I'm doing is, first of all, I'm just eliminating anything I know I definitely won't be wearing over the next few weeks. So things like dresses, dressy dresses, shorts, things like that. It's not really short weather here in Ireland, ever, really. And then with what's left, I'll try and make as many mix and match outfits as I can. It's going reasonably well so far. Okay. I think I've got a decent mix and match wardrobe here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of trousers, 2 hoodies, a handful of t-shirts, a handful of tank tops, and then just some like cardigan shrug type things, and a blouse. It's 6:30, so it took me half an hour to do that. I'm actually pretty pleased with that. I think I'll be able to get quite a lot of outfits out of that stuff, but it will still all fit into one suitcase. Yeah, I know the lighting isn't great here, just bear with me. So these are the outfits that I have picked out that I'm going to be wearing over the next week or so. These are all jackets, suits, coats that are going to be shipped. So I've gone through all of those. Over here, these are dresses. I've just thrown them on the back of a chair for now because they won't really fit anywhere else. They're all my dresses that are going to be shipped. This suitcase here is full. So full I couldn't even really properly close it. And that's full of clothes. And then out in the hallway, there is another suitcase there. So it's about 7:30 now. I have separated out all of my clothes and all of my shoes. I didn't get to my jewellery or my bags yet, but I'm done for today. So looking back, obviously, you know, I found it very tough. But I kind of realised that while I was worrying about losing all my stuff in transit, I should start practicing what I preach, which is that if you don't have control over something, there is no point worrying about it. Like, worrying does nothing. Does worrying about it mean that my stuff won't get lost in transit? No. Does worrying about it mean that if it does get lost in transit, I can magically bring it back or do anything about it? No. So things that helped, taking the break definitely helped. I definitely needed the break today. I should have probably taken much more regular breaks. So hindsight kind of things. I did think it was handy to categorise everything first, pull it all out, stick it into categories, stick a number on it. I may have to go back over a few things as well, because another thing I did was I was kind of putting a sentimental value on a few things, where realistically, if those went missing, I wouldn't be able to replace them. So there's really no point in insuring something like that. I know this vlog was really long, but I wanted to show you how time consuming and tedious the process is. This has probably been the worst part of the whole packing process so far, and I still have lots to do. Before the removals people come, like I said, I'm going to have to separate out my jewellery, my bags, for the stuff that's going to be in carry-on, and then there are lots of random things lying around the house as well. I'm not enjoying this part of the process, but I am reminding myself that once this is done, we're on the home stretch. Like, that's kind of it. If you're going through this process, it is tedious. The insurance part is tedious, so definitely go through the decluttering part first. Get rid of anything you are not bringing. Jewellery, I don't know if that's a thing with all insurance companies, but jewellery in the company that we're using is not covered. I don't know why, so make sure you separate out all of your important jewellery, bring that with you in your carry-on, and take regular breaks. Regular breaks. And again, with sentimental stuff, don't value things sentimentally. Be realistic. If you lost it, would you replace it? If you would, how much would it cost you to replace it? Again, realistically. And if you wouldn't, just don't bother sticking it on the insurance form. Obviously it would be devastating if you lost it, but if you're not going to replace it, there's no point insuring it. And that's me done for today. The plan for this evening then, because I really need to switch off, I'll do a little bit of reading, but I'm also going to do a little bit of planning, because right now the way I'm feeling, this whole move is starting to feel really bleh. So I want to start planning some exciting things for what we're going to do after we move. Different things that I can look forward to, so that I can kind of get back into the mentality of this is exciting, this is going to be an adventure, and not just this is fucking checkbox ticking, valuing, itemizing hell. I'll see you in the next one.